Hello and welcome to the second ever video on OverRun. Today we're going to turn away from what the French believe makes a great hot hatchback and have a look and see what the Germans can offer. Now there are many great hot hatches that have come from Germany. You've got the BMW M140i, the Audi S1, S3, then the Mercedes A45 and A35, all great cars. But there's only one which is a true hot hatch, and it has a very, very strong heritage within this realm, and that is the Volkswagen Golf GTI. This will actually be my very first time ever driving a Golf GTI, which is fantastic. And it's also very good for you guys and girls because you're going to get a true representation of what it's like to be inside this vehicle, because all my reactions are going to be sincere and genuine. But I must add, the gentleman who owns this vehicle is much, much taller than me, 6'2", I believe. And unfortunately, I'm nowhere near 6'2", so you're just going to have to bear with me while I adjust my driving position. Lovely. I will probably just end up editing this out, but let's get on with the show. So let's talk a little bit about the vehicle that I'm in today. So this particular Golf GTI has a few options on it. It's got heated leather seats, a pano roof and the upgraded sound system, but it's also got the performance package. That's very good. So the performance package will come with bigger front and rear brakes, which is always good in a hot hatch. You then get some subtle but tasteful red designs going around the exterior of the vehicle, letting you know that it's a GTI and a sporty model. You also get LSD, but not the drug. I'm referring to a limited slip differential, of course, and more power. Albeit, it only takes it from 217 brake horsepower all the way up to 227 brake horsepower. And if I'm honest, you could probably get the same performance gains on a standard GTI by fitting an induction kit and slapping on some stickers. But that's really not what the performance package is all about. It's about that limited slip differential. Now, for those of you out there that aren't quite aware of how one of those works, I'll give you a very simplistic explanation. It essentially transfers the torque between the driving wheels of the vehicle, maximising grip at all times. So, what does that all mean? Well, basically it means you can go around corners much, much faster. So let's see how that feels. So we're on my country lane where I am currently conducting the OverRun Cup, and we're just coming up to one of my favourite corners, and it's going to be a really good test for the LSD in this car. I want to see how it feels, how it sort of anchors down and grips as you go around the corner. So, providing I can get a decent downshift, let's see how it does. It just puts a smile on your face. Oh, listen to that 2 litre. Oh, wow. It really grips. It, funnily enough, feels like it's gripping more than the Megane did. But, no, there's no but. It's fantastic. In my last video, I reviewed the Renault Megane RS300, which, in my opinion, is a fantastic hot hatchback. It's got such a nice presence on the road with the lovely flared wheel arches and the loud exhaust that has a lovely crackle and pop when you downshift, and of course finished in the gorgeous liquid yellow. The Golf is very different though. It's a very different car. You can really tell when you're inside it that this car is built for the sophisticated businessman or businesswoman who commutes up and down the motorway on a regular basis but just wants a bit more fun. And it is. I mean, if you look at the styling, you wouldn't really be able to tell it's a GTI if you didn't know much about cars. The only true giveaway is the 2 exhaust pipes at the back and the occasional bit of badging. But that's what the GTI is all about. The Golf is about a practical, comfortable and slightly fuel efficient car for the majority of the time. And then when you find yourself on a lovely, clear, smooth, open road, you just drop it down a couple of gears, you have some fun. nicely, and it complements the power of the engine as well, especially when you find yourself going a little bit too quick around a corner. And those nice big brakes, God, really get you out of trouble. Change gear, there we go. Oh, wrong gear. Show you can tell, sorry, I haven't really driven manual for a long time. Whoa! Almost at that time of the video where we've got to see how fast the Golf goes around my country lane for the OverRun Cup. But let's do some statistics comparing first. So, compare this to the Renault Megane. The Megane has 70 brake horsepower more, but the Golf is lighter. The Megane was an automatic and featured launch control, whereas the Golf is a manual, so it is relying on me to change gear properly, and doesn't have launch control, but it's got a diff. Could be quite a close one, so let's see how we get on. All right, 3, 2, 1. Number off. So we come up to the first corner. Oh, the traction control kicking in there. I probably should have turned that off actually. Full chap across the finish line. And there we go. That was the Golf GTI going down my country lane for the OverRun Cup. Let's take a look at how it fared compared to its only competitor at the moment, the Renault Megane RS. Right, the Renault Megane RS did it in 1 minute, 56 and 12 seconds, so that is the time to beat. So can this little bundle of joy, this Golf GTI, can it beat 1 minute, 56 and 12 seconds? Let's have a look, shall we? The GTI did it in 1 minute, 58.58, so it's actually just over 2 seconds slower than the Megane. But if I'm honest with you, I think that's quite a testament to the Golf GTI. It shows that that diff actually makes quite a big difference. I mean, this has 70 horsepower less than the Renault, so you would have thought the time difference would be, you know, more significant, but it's not. It did it really well, and just as proof, there's the lap time for you. But I'm quite impressed with this car, I have to say. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and as I said earlier on in the video, it's got the odd bit of cheap plastic, but it's a great car. Unfortunately, that brings us to the end of the GTI review. Now, to summarise my total feelings on it, I have thoroughly enjoyed this car. I think it's a fantastic car, both as a daily commuter and a fun hot hatch. It's got plenty of power. I personally would like a little bit more, maybe in the 250, 270 realm, but it's enough. It does the job and it's great. I have to admit, if you're going to go for one, please make sure it's got the performance package, because that really changes the whole experience inside the car. You do need those bigger brakes, and you do need that limited slip diff. It makes it a much better car. So if you're going to go buy one, I hope I've either enticed you, or hopefully I haven't deterred you away from it, because it is a truly fantastic car. It's probably on par with the Renault, if maybe slightly better, if I'm honest. Thank you for watching the video. Please like and subscribe and share it to all your friends and family, and I'll see you next time.